We're gonna talk about art. Not like the guy, but the topic, the subject, art. Now, some of y'all are gonna talk about there's visual art and there's music is art and movies is art. No. Music is music, movies is movies. Art is the crap you hang on the wall or the crap you display. The crap just sits there, don't do nothing, and it's supposed to mean something. Well, if you're an artist and you go and you make yourself a daggum sculpture and you're trying to sell that crap, and you're like, oh, it represents the duality of man or some garbage, you know, thank you for your effort in spinning us a good story. And that might be the whole point of art. How good of a lie can you tell about what the piece of garbage that you done sculpted up or painted up is or supposed to mean or supposed to represent? But yeah, art is a way for people that don't want a real job to make something that's actually just garbage, put a ridiculously high price on it, and then sell it to people that are either both stupid and rich, or just rich and want to show off how much money they got by buying stupidly expensive pieces of garbage to display. So, that's art. That's what art is. That's like the only lesson you're ever going to need in how to figure out what art is and what it means and why it does what it does. Now, I'll give you a little example, a little how-to on how to understand this. I had the opportunity to spend last week in Colorado, and in Breckenridge, Colorado, they had this art display. There was supposed to be these big giant ice sculptures, and they brought in these giant, big old, huge bricks of snow, ice, whatever. And I mean, they were like as tall as a school bus. I mean, they were big blocks, weighed 50,000 pounds or something. And one of the artists did this big naked angel looking thing, and yeah, it was whatever. And somebody did a dragon, and the dragon was really cool. Somebody did a guy snow skiing. It was pretty neat, pretty intricate. The one that won the People's Choice Award was literally multiple faces in a book that was being opened, and it was extremely intricate, extremely detailed, and I mean, it was really well done. It rightfully was the quote-unquote best one there, because the level of skill it took to do this thing clearly was just extremely high. While we were there seeing it, there was a group of individuals, and their sign on their display said that they were artists from Korea, and they showed up for the competition, and they had won People's Choice, and they were taking pictures with their statue. And it was kind of neat. It was kind of fun. The kids really enjoyed it. But the first place winner, the first place exhibit, was right next to this exhibit that was so extremely well done. And it literally was some triangles some triangles. Hear me, triangles. It was a bunch of triangles just sitting there. That's it. That was the first place winner. It was the most giantest piece of garbage I've ever seen in my life. And that's good. I spilled it on myself. But it is a huge piece of garbage. And it wins first place. One of the youngins that was with us is all like, how in the world is this first place? There's clearly, so many more better. And I proceeded to explain to her, I'm like, look, here's the thing. All these artists want to make this ridiculously simple, stupid, unimpressive triangle thing be the first place winner. And then the really, really good one that's really, really, really done well and really, really detailed, it don't be the winner. And you're like, why in the world is that? Well, it's simple. Because if the one that's actually good wins, then we understand. Like all of us, like everybody, the common man, the everyday individual that ain't got $50,000 to spend on a piece of art, we're not gonna buy that, whether we understand it or not. And if the rich people that are dumb, or the rich people that want to show off their money, are all like, oh, I'm gonna buy this because it represents, whatever, the plight of, society, some junk. They wouldn't buy it if they felt like everybody understood it. They wouldn't buy it if if it didn't make them feel special. Literally, art is like the Ferrari of garbage. It's not really built that well. It's showy, it stands out. You're definitely gonna notice it, but it's pretty useless. It's mostly just in the way. It literally is just there for looks. That is art. So I'm telling this girl, I'm like, don't try to figure it out, because by trying to figure it out, you have fallen in the trap of the artist conundrum, where they want you to think that you're missing something, when really all you're missing is the fact that they don't want you to know they made garbage, and then they cooked up a story about how it represents the struggle.
Life just gets really busy during the summer for all of us.
Sorry about that.
Speaking of
the struggle of the unknown earthworm, or some whatever. And yeah, art is just that. I seen one stupid display one time, and literally the quote-unquote artist had taken tire tubes from bicycles and cut them up in strips and made random shapes out of them, and some museum bought that garbage and put it on display. And then I was mad because I paid money to go to this museum to look at garbage in different shapes. But the artists, they got me, because in the museum, they got me. And then I realized, okay, fool me once, that's fine. Fool me twice, no, I ain't, So, I want you guys to know that you're not dumb. Art just sucks. It really is just garbage shaped into weird shapes, and it really has no use. And think about it. What is garbage? Garbage is the thing that has no use, that's in your way, that makes your life worse. right? It's like trying to take a cheap paper plate from Walmart, pile a big old giant pile of barbecue on it. It's all gushy and good and greasy, and then after that plate, and then soaked up all that greasy barbecue juice, and you done scraped it clean and ate off of it. Trying to take that plate that is clearly garbage. Now, you northern people ain't gonna understand that at all. I don't know what you northern people would be like, able to understand good barbecue on a paper plate. I don't know. I have no idea what northern. Alright, here's one for the northern people. You get a brand new, fresh powdered snow, and you can go out there and eat it, and it's like, man, this is great, and it's like a great childhood memory, eating the fresh powdered snow. Go down to the roadside where all the cars have been making that same left-hand turn 10,000 times, and that snow is piled up, and they done put salt and sand down, and the brake grime and the grease from the cars and the roads have all done mixed up with that sand, and then the snow plows done scraped it up, and now you got that wet concrete black looking snow. Yeah, you want to eat that? No, it's garbage. That's what art is for northern people. I mean, what more can I say? You ever catch yourself thinking, I wish I understood art? No, you don't, because you already do. It's garbage. It's useless. It takes up space, and it adds no value in your life whatsoever. So quit being a moron. Quit trying to understand your art. If it's cool, it's cool. If you like it, you like it. Great, go for it. But it's still garbage. It's still just garbage. And that's okay. That is absolutely okay. Hey, y'all be safe.